You see the pattern
Oh,
here?
that, oh yes, and Kate, oh my
Sexism,
gosh.
undercover operations and questionable evidence.
How did I go so long not watching this? Oh, that's right, and her.
No idea where I was getting
Yes.
ammunition.
So AC-12 basically got shafted, right? It was like their one big loss, and it was because Roz was too smart. Now my question was, were AC-12 going to be bumped off the case because of this thing?
Credible accusations against your undercover officer of entrapment, of coaching witnesses, possibly even of manipulating charges.
Okay. Well, I already had like a problem with this whole Kate is responsible for the, you know, whatever's going on. Video evidence of her going to get evidence, and alter it. The thing that doesn't make sense to me is if they were looking through that footage, they wouldn't stop at Kate. Like, they would then go and analyse the footage. They'd get the footage. If any's missing, they'd look into it. They would see that Roz was also in the evidence chamber trying to deal with the evidence. They would see that as well. And if they saw her going to the evidence, then they would have seen Roz. That's the thing I have a problem with this whole situation. Maybe it's a plot hole. I don't know.
The letter of the law, sir. The letter. So you didn't have a deeply corrupt officer embedded in your department for 2 years?
No one regrets more than me, sir, not seeing through Matthew Cotton's deception.
You've had a year to pursue the claims made in Cotton's dying declaration. Where are all the suspects?
I bet you right in front of him.
It's clear to me, sir, that there are officers and possibly some senior officers still active who were aware of and or complicit with Matthew Cotton's offences.
Now why does he want
aware
that?
of.
I'll be reporting to the DCC and the Chief Constable that AC-12 is more damaging to the police service than the officers you're meant to be investigating.
What does happen if AC-12 is deemed not capable? Aren't it? Oh my god. He can't even walk, man.
I'll be walking though.
Yeah, please.
At this stage, it's not possible to rule out long-term mobility problems.
Well, I know that's not going to happen.
wish
No
we could be
way.
positive.
No way.
The thing is, boss, the lab's...
I reckon that guy has something to do with this. He gives me a bad vibe, man. A really bad vibe, and I can't pinpoint it.
The boss is so keen to pin Tim's murder on Hannah. Whilst Balaclava Man's still out there.
I don't trust him, but I feel like he's one of those characters where I don't trust anyone at the start, and I feel like he's going to be one that grows on me.
D.S. Fleming here. Someone blew her cover.
Thanks to whoever that was, Huntley's entrapped me into discrediting the investigation.
Of course,
I
it's
told
not
you,
him,
Fleming.
man. It's
If
not
ever there
him.
was a leak, we know it was you. Get out! Get out of my sight!
But I feel like Ted's unnecessarily angry because
You lot,
he didn't
treat
do
everyone
anything.
like mugs. Who's the mug now?
Get out!
Wait, women's remains again?
I was.
They've got the wrong
What have we got so
people.
Body parts wrapped in plastic bin liners. These remains are nowhere near as decomposed as Leonie's. The wrapping in bin liners is also a contrasting
New.
feature.
This show, man, out of any show I think I've watched on the channel, this one has got my brain going the most. Oh my god, I feel like I'm running around in circles constantly. 14 minutes I've been recording. This has been running for like 9, so I've spoken for 5 minutes and it's only been 10. We've only watched like a sixth. You see where I'm coming from? It's going to be a long-ass reaction. Body parts being chopped up. She seems to be protecting someone. We know that she seems to be involved with this whole thing about protecting family. She seems like she can't say anything. Why? You start thinking, has she got personal motives? Is she protecting someone? Is she somehow involved in that? Imagine it's got something to do with, like, mental disorder. You know her husband, right? Like, it would be a pretty far stretch, in my opinion, for this show to involve something like dissociative identity disorder. I've seen that in shows before, and it's gotten me thinking. Everyone that seems involved, the people that I think, like, obviously are mainly involved, are her, Roz, and her husband. But then when every single time we see her husband, he seems like he's not aware of certain things that are going on. And she seems disconnected from him, like she's not interested in him in that way. Like she's even repulsed by him. Like I said, maybe she knows more about him than he knows about himself sometimes. She seems like she knows everything. But then her husband seems like the one who's associated and attached to this. And I don't quite understand. Frick?
Steve.
Hope you'll forgive me if I don't get up, sir.
Oh.
It's great to see you.
Come
but,
on,
you
Steve.
You really shouldn't have put yourself out like this.
This isn't a social call, sir. I'm returning to work.
What?
I've tried to tell him it's too soon, sir.
The doctors have said I'll make a full recovery.
Great.
Well, they haven't really said that though, have they? Oh my god, Steve.
Well, what are you waiting on there? The number 19 bus?
Sir.
Maybe this kind of thing will strengthen their relationship, you know? I don't know. But the thing is, like I said, I reckon this injury is going to be the reason he doesn't get the promotion.
Kate, Nick Huntley's alibis. Someone actually checked that out.
No, while he was away, we stopped being capable of basic police work.
Sorry.
Actually, with all the files being recalled, it could have fallen through the cracks. I'll double check.
Cheers. Appreciate it.
Oh, I hate the tension, man. Like, you can tell that they want each other. Like, not like that.
Huntley
Not like
claimed
that.
via his solicitor.
All we've actually got, though, is he's been caught out in a lie.
Cheers, Jamie. We got this.
Oh, he's been shouldered. Cold shouldered. Oh, I feel bad for him.
It's starting to stink, you know, that thing on your wrist.
That thing is just a graze. It's fine.
Well, is it though? She left it too long. Bro, she's gonna end up having her arm amputated or no, like half of her arm cut off. You watch.
We need to reset usernames and passwords again.
Yeah, sure.
Bro, you watch her try and pin something on him. Classified files. The heck? Why classified files? And they're dented and not. Obviously, unless it's that, like... I don't know.
Another family doesn't have to deal with a terrible tragedy. And also, we do not need to consider another suspect.
I'm so confused.
Okay, thanks.
How does she find...
Sorry, boss.
The pathologist found evidence of deep freezing of the remains. The body parts must have been kept in cold storage before being buried.
And weren't there other differences?
Yes?
You know, Michael, there are other solicitors. Better ones.
I liked him.
Your solicitor for your first conviction.
Many a times they've had, what's his name, Mr. Huntley, whatever, talks like, talk to my solicitor, like, what if, like, I don't know, I said this a few times, so I would be kind of annoyed, but I wouldn't be surprised if it is a character we haven't seen much of.
Michael, I've arranged for you to have a visitor.
It's lovely to see you.
Missed you, Nana.
Give him something to fight for.
Did you?
No, Nana. No.
Then tell the truth, Michael.
Tell the truth, be honest, fight
Don't
for it.
say you're guilty if you're not.
I need you to call me back urgently regarding the swab I took from the wound on your arm.
Yeah, what's the bit she's got some kind of disease and they managed to trace it back to someone? I don't know.
Thanks, mate.
Getting good at this.
Cheers.
Well, at least they're talking properly again.
No,
Steve had to
all right, I've always
fall
got
down
this.
like 3 flights of stairs for that to happen.
I say about there being no such thing as coincidence. Is that correct?
What did I just say?
Mr. Bakewell denies knowing Jade Hopkirk.
Detective attempts rudimentary interview technique on seasoned criminal solicitor.
Oh.
Makes a bit of a tit of herself.
Oh my god.
Listen, Ironside, you've got no evidence against Nick, so I don't have to.
Refusing to cooperate.
I've just had AC-12 turn up at my office asking questions about Nick's whereabouts on the night of Timothy Ifield's murder.
Thanks again, Jimmy.
I bet you something's wrong with him mentally. I bet you something's wrong with him. Either she's a mastermind, or she's protecting him. And I think her protecting him is a much more likely outcome, you know? Oh, so he asked her for the file.
I'm finished.
Finished, well done, but what have you done, man?
And the timing couldn't be worse. I really need all my best people, you know.
The last thing I want to do is let you and the department down.
So she's having time off. Bro, will she get caught? That's enough, you know, one of those characters that seem to be doing something for a reason that we don't quite know yet, but they seem to be good characters.
Roz has been lying to me about where she was when Tim Ifield was killed. She has this wound.
Whoa. Someone else? Oh my god, he's gone and said something.
I've got tangible concerns.
You see what I mean? Like, he seems innocent. It's almost like there's been 2 sides of the guy. That's what I'm trying to say, like 2 sides of him. This does not look like the guy that would do what we are suspecting him of doing.
As your friend, I'd warn you that even if your concerns turn out to be baseless, this could mean the end of your marriage.
I bet you he knows in his mind as well that something, you know, is missing from that story.
I'm very sorry, sir.
Seems to be affecting Ted quite a lot.
I said, no, this wasn't me, sir. First I'm scapegoat over the Huntley interview, now this. I don't want to be somewhere I'm not wanted, so I'll take a transfer, sir.
Bro, well, to be honest, he hasn't. Like, I can understand why he's peeved, you know?
Some text relate to news reports that only went to press at the end of March. As you know, Michael Farmer was remanded in custody and Tim Ifield was already dead.
Uh-huh.
Will you leave it with me?
Sure, no problem.
Bro, she looks unwell, man. Whoa. Ew. Bro, go to the bloody doctor again. Jesus Christ.
Lying bitch.
Oh. Oh, he's gone to Kate. My guy. Yes.
He or she insists on anonymity, they won't go on record and they won't cooperate with any inquiry.
Yeah.
But what they did say is they've received new forensic evidence showing Leonie's remains were buried after Michael Farmer was arrested.
There we go.
And,
breakthrough we
yes,
needed.
what else do we know about these new forensics, Kate?
Body parts held in cold storage. Jackie Laverty. Property development.
Oh my gosh, we're going back to Jackie?
Yeah, the piece of work that Tony Gates was hanging out with.
Right.
Well, there's more, sir.
Bro, imagine
The man
that.
who attacked me, he was wearing a balaclava and he struck me over the head with a baseball bat. Now, I wasn't sure if that was a real memory or I was confused with...
What? I forgot about that. The guy... Oh my god. The guy that attacked Steve in season 1 with Gates.
It raises a question as to whether these organised criminals are involved in the murders or manipulating the investigation somehow.
That's the crazy thing. What could that mean?
Anyway, thanks, Stephen.
Why am I here? Your husband wants to explain everything. I'll be back with an antibiotic injection.
How are you feeling?
Her arm...
Tissue was dead and the infection had gotten into your bloodstream and it got a septic shock.
She's gonna look and
If they
freak
didn't
out.
operate, you could have died.
Oh! Oh my god! Bro, I'm getting too hyped, man. I'm getting too excited. Oh my god! Her arm's now gone. They have no way of seeing that she has an injury on her arm. Could that come into play? Surely there's a record.
She's still very woozy, poor thing.
It's a lot to take in. No wonder.
Ros Huntley hasn't reported for work. She was admitted to City General 2 nights ago.
Off she goes. Where the hell did she go?
A solicitor has requested an appointment for his anonymous client to give a voluntary interview to an independent team of detectives.
Whoa.
Apparently the solicitor...
She'll know who that is straight
His
away.
client's going to disclose. James Lakewell.
Oh my gosh. She knows. Shoot, man.
Huntley's discharged herself. Nick Huntley came looking for her and left separately just a few minutes ago. The nurse reckoned he was going to their home address.
So he's gone and found... Bro, is she gonna... Bro, you... Don't... No way does she do anything to him. No way.
We're getting a divorce.
Whoa.
Amputating my hand without my consent. That's grievous bodily harm.
He had to do it. What do you mean? Bro, I'm not protecting him because I think he is guilty in his own ways, most likely. But what he did, from what we've heard, was to save your life.
It was the surgeons. You were going to lose more than your hand. You were going to lose your arm or your life.
I'm just thinking now, was the detective before... Well, sorry, not the detective, the hospital, at the hospital. Did she turn around and say that the infection was this, that, the other? The hospital didn't explain anything to her. Imagine he cut it off himself. At home. Like, I know that sounds like disgusting and mental, but I'm not ruling that out. Our killer literally cuts people's limbs off. The hospital didn't actually explain anything to her. Was that sneaky? Did they do that on purpose? Was there a reason the husband was the one explaining it?
Is that what you're going to say to the detectives at 4th Street Station?
Fuck, I don't know what that is, man.
What are you talking about?
Nicholas Huntley, I'm arresting you on suspicion of the murder of Timothy Ifield. You do not have to say anything.
Oh my god.
Mr. Huntley, please don't make this...
I swear one of the first few episodes I remember saying, what's the bit she turns on her husband when she realises that she can't protect him? Oh my god, man.
Well, L-A-K-E. It's all under control. It's all sorted.
I don't know, man. Bro, this is getting a bit spicy, you know? What, 9 minutes left to go and then 1 episode? my god. So now she's just pinning her, basically now she's just pinning her husband, am I right?
She's acting as if she's been the one to ID her husband as the murderer, while in reality she's been protecting him all this time.
We'd like to arrest her on suspicion of perverting the course of justice.
Whoa. Oh my
great
god.
work. All of you. Great work. But in my view, your files should be handed over to a new, more impartial authority.
Sir, I must protest in the strongest possible terms.
Leave us.
So they basically laid all this evidence down on him and he's refusing to accept. Basically, right?
Blink twice with the first letter of his name. H-I-H. His name begins with H, right?
Oh my god.
Sir, there are currently...
To be
8
fair,
officers, sir.
that is a massive leap, you know. A massive leap. But I can understand why he's freaked out by it. It's a massive leap, man.
Having above the rank of inspector whose surnames begin with an H, including yourself, sir. Others, if you consider those who have relocated or retired.
There's only one who was Matthew Cotton's commanding officer for 2 years, who recruited him and turned a blind eye to his offending.
Battle of the big boys. Oh my god.
Hastings, you will be served with a Regulation 15 notice. You will have 10 working days to answer these allegations, and should the review board remain unsatisfied with your answers, you will face a disciplinary hearing. That is all.
Bro, and we know it's him. We know it's him. Because he has been behind this the whole time. It's not Ted. It just looks that way. Of course.
I didn't want occupational health to know.
Oh, she's gonna look after him.
Steve, why don't you just take a few weeks off? You are gonna get better, aren't you, Steve?
I don't know, Kate.
Bro, imagine that feeling, man. Oh my god. Steve. Well, I know he's going to because, well, spoiler alert, I've seen promo pictures, not promos, promo pictures, so.
I had nothing to do with it.
I don't know many that would have had the guts.
Brave my ass. Not fooling me.
She's lying.
And she's about to win. 1 episode to go, man. Okay, guys, that is the end of the episode, and, you know, there's been a lot of developments. There have been a lot of developments, like, especially my theories. Like, what I've been thinking of and focusing on has changed quite a bit throughout this reaction. I think, most importantly, the dynamic between Huntley and her husband and what that's all about, who the actual killer is, I still have no freaking idea, like I can't quite understand it. For some reason, like the closest thing that comes to mind is that there's either something mentally wrong with Roz's husband, or she's protecting him, or she was protecting, I don't know. Mate, because she would seem to be that she was protecting him this whole time, right? Evidence was going missing, and she was doing this, that, the other, and he seemed to be the one who was most involved. He looks like the guilty suspect. But I feel like that could be too obvious. Like, what if that's too obvious of a direction? Imagine, I don't know, she's having an affair. Imagine she's protecting somebody else. Imagine it's coincidentally now fallen in this position. What if? You know where I'm coming from? It's all over the place. The biggest development is obviously her arm. Obviously it was scratched and now it's been cut off, and then now she's gotten out of hospital, she's demanding a divorce, she's framing her husband, like it's all spiraled out of control. Now, I kind of wouldn't be surprised if her husband just miraculously ended up dying. Like, don't get me wrong, I think that he probably has something to do with it, and I'm leaning more towards my theory of him not being completely aware of that he's done it, if that makes sense. But like, if he ends up dying, so say now she's going to protect herself, like I kind of like it when they have carryovers. Like if they were to carry her villain antagonist arc across multiple seasons, I wouldn't mind that at all. I guess that's what we're getting with this chief guy though, you know, and this whole situation with Ted. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to think. I think I need to go into the next episode wiping my theories clean, because at this point in time there's been large gaps in between my watching period. I've had loads of different theories here and there, and the biggest one that I keep reverting back to is that she was protecting him. He doesn't know exactly why. She doesn't think she probably knows more than he knows, if that makes sense, and it's because of a reason I'm not aware of yet, like mental disorder or something. That is my biggest theory, and I'm not deviating from it. I think the other biggest thing now is like AC-12 being under threat and Ted being under threat, even though we know he's not a bad guy. Like, oh my god, he's not. It's just a coincidence that it's the letter H that was being said rather than, you know, the first name or or more than one letter, for example, in Cotton's dying declaration. But yeah, AC-12 is under massive threat. They've basically been pulled from the case. It's going to take a massive leap to solve this one, a massive leap, and I'm not sure who's going to be the one that gets that done. Obviously, Steve's got his issues now with his health, and he doesn't think it's going to heal. He doesn't think it's going to get better, or he's not sure. But yeah, that's really the climax. And I feel like, yeah, like I said, I just need to get into the next reaction. Anyway, before I go, and before I wrap this up, because I feel like I've spoken a lot, so it's probably good that I'm making this outro kind of short. Thank you so much for your patience. It has been a while, I know, and I don't really have the best of excuses for that. I've just been focusing on other things, and that's really not good enough, and I apologise, but it is back now, hopefully. The next episode as well will be out within a week. I'm going to try and watch that, probably tomorrow maybe. I'll try and watch it tomorrow, maybe even tonight. But yeah, I have a feeling AC-12 is going to have a massive hit coming very, very soon. I wouldn't be surprised if Ted got booted from the team temporarily. Like, that's where I'm sitting here thinking AC-12 is probably more threatened than it ever has been, which freaks me out. But anyway, I'm excited to see that, guys. If you enjoyed this video, as ever, don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel for new content every single week. And as ever, follow the Instagram, British Show, 2P's link in the description below. And before this camera dies, really quickly, let me know down below what you thought of the reaction, the episode, and all that nonsense. Happy to get the discussion going. But yeah, guys, that's it from me. As ever, this has been your boy, British Chap. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.